Oh, yeah. Hey! Can you dig it? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's Wednesday night. Hump day, camel. I'm your host, Jake Johnson, and tonight it's Chill Stream on Untethered Live. How's it going out there? How's your world treating you? How's the hump day going? Are you collecting water? You got to do something with those humps, right? Big John's first in chat. Big John, how you doing, buddy? Big John says, hello, everyone. Hi. Nice to see you, my friend. Hope your travels are well and your winds are fair and your back is shaded. Yeah. You get the gold star for being first in chat. How are you? Soph Allen's next in line. She says, hey, guys, I'm sick right now. I got a cold. Sorry. Get lots of water. Stay wrapped up in a blanket. Sweat. You'll be better in no time. Amanda says, here's your golden nugget, John. And by the way, joining me always is the big band hammer herself, Amanda.
Howdy, Untethered Live. How y'all doing tonight?
Fantastic. Can't complain. How are you doing tonight?
I'm great.
I had pizza for dinner. What'd you have?
I had pizza.
That's odd.
Imagine that.
Amanda?
Oh, hi, Nugget and the Soph. Hi, Untethered Live family. Good to see y'all. Happy hump day.
Camel.
Hi, Jake. How are you tonight?
Fantastic. Can't complain. I said that. Big John says, so's hear that, Soph. Sorry to hear that, Soph. Boil up some orange juice, high in vitamin C. I don't know about boiling it, but yeah, orange juice will make you feel better for sure. Soph says, I've been sick since Tuesday. That's yesterday.
For us.
It's yesterday for her, too.
No, she's Thursday.
No.
Yes.
Can't be.
Yes.
Impossible. Time travel?
Yeah, she's our future.
Amy Elizabeth is here. She says, hello, Untethered Live family. Happy hump day. Camel. Hi. How are you, Amy? Nice to see you. Big John says, hi, Amy.
Hi, Amy.
Linda Davis is here. She says, hi, Jake, John, Amanda, Amy, and Soph. Hi, Linda.
Hi, Linda, hun.
How are you, Cookie Lady? John says, hi, Linda. Good to see you, heart. And Soph says, hey, Linda, how are you? Patty's here. She says, hey, everyone. I hope everyone's all right tonight. Like Wang Chung, we're getting down tonight. And having some fun, too. Got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me. Thank you to the lady that provides the coffee to the show. It is a regular cup of joe, just the way I like it, don't you know? Don't you want to have a cup with me? If so, go to the kitchen, pour yourself up a nice hot cup of coffee, and let's talk about something. If you don't have a cup, though, you can get one in the description below. I recommend the first one. It has this face on it. It is fantastic. But we also have stainless steel tumblers down there, the big ones and the little ones. They both have locking lids like this one does, but it has the Bible Study logo on the front, Untethered Live, and all of the platforms on the back. It has a locking lid, as I said. It holds your coffee hot for hours, and it looks great on your coffee table. So get one while supplies last, or a screwdriver, or a pencil lead, or whatever else might be on that site. I don't know. Whatever they do over there. A fingernail. I'm sure they have it. Also, like, subscribe, share, support, join, and super chats are available in the chat box if you want to show a little bit of love. But if you want to, you can do that by hitting CashApp, $JakeJohnsonBand, and I do appreciate that. If you have it, I need it. I appreciate it. Now, one more thing. If you would like to have a place to hang out outside of this YouTube thingy we're doing here and, somewhere safer or not so much safer, I don't know. You can do that over at facebook.com/UntetheredLive chillin'. It's a great place. The link is in the chat. It's full of memes. It's funny. And the ladies are killing it over there. So go check it out. It's free. It's entertaining. Why not? There it is. And now, back to the show. Soph says, I need some healing vibes from you guys tonight. Heal. I hope that helps.
Hi, Patty.
Linda says, hi, Patty. Then my chat jumped. Hang on. I will find it. I found it. Patty says, Miss Amanda, teethy smiley face.
Cheesing.
Cheesy face. Cheesy smiley face. Patty says, Miss Linda, open mouth, smiley face. Or maybe that's a smiley face with the dentures out. Could be that. Rachel's here. She says, hi. Hey, Rachel. Hope you're feeling good today. How are you? Kellen, what's up, my brother? Nice to see you. Kellen says, hi, everyone. And Amanda says,
hi, Rachel.
And Linda says, hi, Rachel. Smiley face and a wavy hand. And Amanda says, hi, Kellen. Tonight is a chill stream. Sometimes it might get a little wild. Just FYI. Well, don't come on so strong. He knows that.
I just didn't know. I thought he'd been here on the night there wasn't Bible study, but I wasn't sure.
Well, it's Wednesday. Why would we be Bible studying on Wednesday?
Anyway, go on.
We wasn't Bible studying on Saturday when he found us. Anyway, Big John says, I woke up this morning with a massive, hey, you keep that business to yourself, buddy. We don't want to, spider in your car, in your ear. That is not what I thought you were going to say. Why did you have a spider in your ear? How did it get in your ear? How did you get it out of your? I have questions. How did this happen? That is terrifying. Ugh. What kind of spider was it? Did it have bags? Was it trying to stay or just vacation? Was there webs involved? Did you freak out? I would have freaked out. I would have came out of my skin. He could have had it.
I would have died watching.
So Fallon says, oh, God, Nugget, that's awful. That is awful. I hear that they wiggle and it itches, but you can't scratch it because they're in your ear. Amanda says,
but stay and have fun with us, Kellen.
yes, please do. Kellen says, no problem, Amanda, and thank you. As I told you, he knew. And Linda says, ugh, John with a no-tooth smiley face.
That's a sounding face, dirty, or a unhappy face.
Are you having a stroke?
I couldn't get it out. Wow.
I've had that problem.
Wow, Nugget. It's crazy.
Kellen says, good to see you, Jake. Good to see you too, buddy. Nice to have you here. Thank you for coming back. Patty says, did you kill it, John? I hope so. Or is it still there? And Rachel says, John, ooh, how big is your ear? Good question. Bill Bennett, what's up, buddy? He says, hello, fam. You guys have to check out the Charlie Kirk show today, 9/17. Glenn Beck sat in his studio and did the show. Praise the Lord. It's on YouTube, 2 hours long. Oh, yeah, we'll check it out. Thank you for letting us know, Bill. I like Glenn Beck. He's all right. A little dramatic, but I like him. Kellen says, I got a new interview today. Nice. At my company for a junior metallurgical specialist. I'm nervous as heck, but I'm excited. I have no doubt you're going to knock it out of the park. You've done this 1,000 times. You've got this. Relax, breathe, and just do what you do. I'm sure you'll get the job. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. And we're praying for you. And Patty says, pizza, pizza. I had pizza tonight. Twice. I did and she did. Amanda says,
Hi, Bill.
Whipmaster Hart, what's up, my brother? He says, what's up, my brothers and sisters? Down for some tinfoil hat stuff. I can probably accommodate. How you doing, Whipmaster? Nice to see you. Rachel says, Kellen, good luck. That's going to be a fantastic new venture for you. I can feel it already. I got a sense about these things. Amanda says,
Hi, Whip.
and Linda says, I hope it goes well, Kellen. I hope it does too. Kellen says, thank you, Rachel. Bless God for the opportunity. Amen. Amen. God does show up when you need him. That's a fact. Big John says it was about 2 inches long. That's a big spider. Again, did you get it out? Is it still there?
Yeah, he pulled it out alive. It's further down in the chat.
Well, don't tell me. I hadn't got there yet. Are you just going to yell out the end of movies when we're watching movies too?
I know.
Jesus. Spoil it right for me. Never mind me. Just carry on with the show.
Yeah. Catch up.
Mustard, your turn.
Bayo.
Amanda says,
Way to go, Kellen. Good luck.
Kellen says, thank you all. My pleasure and their pleasure, I'm sure. And here's the Facebook page link if anybody wants to check it out. It's a quick little foray to go over there and see what's up. Kellen says, have you heard, Jake, about the asteroid that's supposed to come close to Earth? It's very exciting. It might be able to see it. Oh, you're definitely going to see it, man. Yes, I have heard about it. There's actually 2. One is called Apophis, and it's supposed to come between the Earth and the moon. That's very close. That is a not 0% chance that it'll actually hit us and come on in. I don't think that's going to happen, but it could. Have you read the end of the Bible? There's an awful lot of talk about stars falling and things happening in space. Moon turning to blood and sun turning to sackcloth and things like that. So it's entirely possible. And the other ones, now I've heard of 2 or 3 different versions of this story. But yes, there's going to be some activity in our skies for sure in the very near future. I'm not so excited about it, though. I don't like the idea of big rocks coming close to my house. But I just have to trust the Lord. He knows what he's doing, and if he's ready for him to if he's ready for us to come home, and that's the way he sees fit to do it, I hope that rock lands right here. I do not want to survive that. Have you ever seen any post-apocalyptic movies? I'd rather just be done with it. Just hit me right here with the big rock. I'll take it. Right in the mouth. Amy says, let's see if I can get through this break without a call in the radio. I didn't get my first break. Got a call during my lunch. I just had another lockout call a minute ago. Well, maybe they'll leave you alone and let you sit down for a minute. That's terrible. Amy says, if we're lucky, it'll hit landfall, right? Yeah. If it's going to hit us, I want it to hit me right here. Otherwise, it'll be a nice light show, I guess. And Rachel says, Kellen, hopefully it'll take out Florida or Ohio. Hey. And Kellen says, ha ha ha, no, it'll be 536,000 miles away, but you should be able to see it tomorrow night. Oh, one that's happening now. Oh, I haven't heard of that. No, I'm talking about it's like 2030 that Apophis is going to fly by.
Yeah, no, this is a current one.
Yeah, I didn't know about the new one. Wow. I'll go out and look tomorrow night and see if I see it. Yeah, Amy says, not Florida. California would be better, or Oregon. Yeah, just take the West Coast and chop it off. That'd be nice.
Rachel wants it to take out Florida and Ohio.
Kellen says, I'll be using my app, Starbellum, to track it. Nice. Aaron, what's up, brother? Nice to see you, my friend. I hope all is well with you, sir. You've been in our prayers. And Linda says, God has given me new purpose. Great. I knew he had a plan for me. I'm excited and nervous all at the same time. Well, tell us all about it, Linda. That's fantastic. I told you, if you do God's will, he'll do yours. That's a fact, Jack, as good as I know my name. Bob, dang. Sorry.
Hello, Aaron.
And Rachel says, few specific people. I hear you. Maybe it'll break into fragments and just get everybody you don't like. Amy says, don't be hating on Florida. My buddy Aaron lives there. Right on. And I'm from there, so.
Me too. I got kids there.
And Rachel says, I always hated Florida. I said, me too, but that's neither here nor there. Kind of like it, too. There are things that you can see in Florida that you can't see anywhere else in the world.
Definitely.
One of them is me. Amy says, hi, Aaron. And hey, everyone in chat. Hi, lady. Nice to see you. Big John says, I was asleep in my tent. It must have got in there at night, and I pulled it out still alive. Ooh, I would have killed that thing and broke it into a million pieces. Get out of me.
After you beat yourself to death.
Oh, it would have never got to my ear, I promise. I would have come clean out of my skin. I mean, there'd have been a pile of bones over there in the corner looking at me. I'm a man and all. I'll take anything with two legs on this earth and stand toe-to-toe with it. You put a spider in the room, and I'm a little girl, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. Linda says, hi, Aaron, smiley face. Hey, that one has teeth. Kellen says, good to see you, Amy.
Yummy nugget, spider ear.
Yeah. Aaron says, hey, everyone. What's up, my brother? You doing good? Kellen says, thank you, Jake, for your kind words. I'm sure you got it, man. I'm just stating the obvious. I can tell by your personality that you're a go-getter and a hard worker. So I have no doubt that you'll ace it. You shouldn't worry at all. Debbie says, pizza night. Got it twice. Yes. Hey, Debbie. Amy says, hi, Debbie. Kevin Bernard, what's up, my friend? Nice to see you. Hello, hello, hello. Glad you could join us. Linda says, hi, Debbie. And Amanda says, hi, Debbie, LOL.
Hi, Debbie.
Whipmaster, what kind of tinfoil hat stuff you want to talk about, buddy? Point me in a direction.
He did. Keep going.
You know I'm loaded. Amy says, hi, Kevin. And I'm trying to stay positive, but it's been a rough day. It has for me, too. It's been a long day. One of them everything that can go wrong will go wrong, and a cascading effect after that makes everything else go wrong kind of days. But I'm here. I'm alive. And I'm podcasting, so that's all that matters.
Hi, Kevin.
Linda says, hi, Kevin. And then my chat jumped. Hang on.
8:43.
Linda says, hi, Kevin. I hope you're doing better today. Heart. Me too. Kellen says, hi, my brother, Kevin. And Kevin says, hello, everyone. I just logged out by accident. Well, log back in, buddy. We need you. And Soph says, hi, Amy. I just wanted to say hello. Please pray for me because I'm not feeling well. And Amy says, puff, puff, pass. I heard that. Right on. And Kellen says, yes, and fire and brimstone. Must be talking about the Apophis thing. Oh, yeah, definitely. The end of the book kind of stuff. Kevin says, hello, Jake, Amanda, Amy, Linda, Kellen, and Soph. What's up, brother? I hope you're doing well today. Kevin says, hello, Debbie. And hello, Rachel. And Bill Bennett says, heaven raining down. I think it will at some point. I hope it's not that soon, but if it is, so be it. Whipmaster says, did you know Charlie Kirk was offered $150 million by Netanyahu and his billionaire constituents, And Charlie was starting to question the IDF and Israeli ethnic cleansing of Gaza Strip. Remember tinfoil? Yeah, I've heard that. I don't have any evidence of that. Somebody has said that, but it was after he died that I heard that. I didn't hear that while he was alive. And I don't know how Charlie Kirk felt about the IDF or Netanyahu, but he is a supporter of Israel, and I suppose he remained a supporter of Israel, as am I. That don't mean that I like the IDF or Netanyahu. That just means that Israel must be blessed, because that's the word of God. Israel is not the current government that is in Israel. Those are two different things. But I have heard that he turned down a bunch of money. And that sounds like something he would do. So I don't see that as being tinfoil hatty. Although I don't know if there's any evidence of that. If you have more information, do tell. So says, hi, Kevin, I'm sick today. I need you to pray for me. I've got a cold. Unfortunately, I had it since Tuesday because there was a big wind on Tuesday, and that's when it happened. Do you know how colds work? Kevin says, hello, John, and hello, Patty. And Bill Bennett says, heaven. Amen. Kevin says, hello, Bill, and Big John says, hey, brother. Or, hey, Kevin, brother. And hi, Aaron. 2 thumbs up. Patty says, Mr. Kevin. Amy says, prayers for Soph for the cold she's had since yesterday.
Right.
Hopefully it won't take too much away from your life.
Well, in her defense, it is Thursday in her neck of the woods.
Aaron says, Big John, was that you that friend requested me? And Kellen says, take a look at that, Jake. It was discovered pretty recently. The comet or the rock that's coming by? I will. Or did you email me something? Nope. Nope. I'll take a look at it. Kevin says, hello, Aaron. I don't see you yet. Make sure you're on live chat, Kev. And Soph says, amen. And Soph says, thank you, Amy, for your prayers. I appreciate it. Today is Thursday. And Big John says, Aaron, yes, it was, brother. Yep. Walter Davis, what's up, man? He says, good evening, all. Walter, nice to see you. Aaron says, cool.
Hi, Walter.
Linda says, Aaron is in Florida. Save Florida. Amen. Save Florida. Just, wipe some of the meth off of it. Kellen says, I had a video recommended to me, and it was very disheartening. It was a very disheartening talk about the Bible and its authors. I listened to it for a while, but I wanted you to watch it to get your opinion or your take on it. Well, send it to me. Here's my email address right here. I'll watch it and tell you what I think. I'll certainly give you my unabridged opinion. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there that barely understand or completely don't understand the Bible, and they like to talk a lot. And some of them might even sound like they know what they're talking about. You got to square it with the Bible. But I'll be glad to give it a look over and tell you what I think. Patty says, hi, Walter. And Big John says, I love spiders. Me too. Dead ones. I love dead spiders.
I like critters too, Nugget.
Yeah, she likes spiders and snakes and
Critters.
anything with an exoskeleton. I'm not so much into that sort of thing. Aaron says, Linda, I would get out of here so fast if they told you it was coming. Chances are they wouldn't, because they wouldn't want to panic everybody. And Soph says, I've got 2 weeks off from college. Nice. Kevin says, Aaron, you good? And Kellen says, your chat's about to jump and leave you confused. Where am I at?
I just read it. Oh, 8:50.
8:50.
I was fixing to tell you to. He has Facebook. He can put it on the Facebook page too.
Yeah, Kellen, you can share it to me by sending it to my email address, or you can send it to me on Facebook Messenger, or you can put it on the Facebook page, facebook.com/UntetheredLiveChillin', or you can send it to my email address, UntetheredLiveStream@gmail.com, or you can look up Jake Johnson on Facebook Messenger or Untethered Live. Thank you very much. All right, I got to go over there and talk to a man about a dog for a second. Y'all listen to this song. I'll be right back. Moonlit skies and fireworks. People laugh, people flirt all night long. But I just stay. So I drove down to the local bar where people come in their fancy cars to play their games. But I just stay. Then I saw you sitting there, all alone in that empty chair right next to you. I fell in love, oh baby. You looked down and you took my hand. You said, boy, I hope you understand that I'm not a girl that needs a man. I got my life and all my plans, and if you were there, you'd just be in my way. Girl, it ain't gotta be like this. I'd give you everything but just one kiss. And I don't care what you say, I fell in love with you anyway. Oh, Elizabeth, you take my breath away. At that bar where we first met, you smiled at me and my palms got wet, and you just looked away. I got it. But I just stayed. You said, been in love and it never works. I always end up Thank you, Betty.
getting hurt, and I ain't doing that no more. There ain't no way. Oh, no, no, no.
Thinking about
no.
going broke listening to my song.
You stood up to say goodbye, grabbed your hand with a tear in my eye, and I just walked away.
It is pretty, ain't it?
But you just stayed.
I don't know what this is. I'm just doing it. All right. Thank you very much for the beautiful words. It means a lot to me that you guys like that song. Aaron says, I got released Friday. I got released and I'll be back Friday, I hope. Excellent. I told you you'd make it back. Linda Davis says, message retracted. I can't read it if you retract it. Walter says, hi, Jake, Amanda, John, Aaron, Soph, Kellen, Patty, Kevin, Bill, Rachel, Linda, and Debbie. What's up, buddy? And Soph says, hey, Walter, how are you? Soph is sick. Linda says, excellent, Aaron, heart. It sure is. I'm glad you got that over with. Big John says, hi, Walter, thumbs up. Kevin says, hello, Walter. And Kellen says, good to see you, Walter. Bless you. Thank you, thank you. Aaron says, I'm doing my orders safe as I can. Be in a bunker waiting. Well, that's the best place to be in a situation where bunkers are. Being in one is a good place to be, so thank God for that. Linda Davis says, hi, Walter. And Aaron says, Jake's voice sounds good today. It does. It feels good. I even thought about singing a little bit tonight. I don't know if I can, but I might try. And Kellen says, stay safe, Aaron. Please do. Walter says, hi, Linda. What's your new purpose? And Amanda says, yes, it does, Aaron. Yes, it does. Rachel says, have a good night, everyone. Peace. Well, don't leave us just yet, honey. We're just getting warmed up. But have a good night. We love you. Aaron says, peace. Amanda says, good night, Rachel. And Kevin says, good night, Rachel. Whipmaster says, the last few shows Charlie had, he was questioning a lot of the Israeli narratives and even questioned Ben Shapiro. That's not hard to do. Ben's a little bit all over the place when it comes to certain things. It was clearly pushback, or there was clearly pushback and turned down from the Israeli funding. Yeah, well, the thing about that is, I understand that. I would have turned it down too, because that's not strings attached. That's not no strings attached funding. When people like that offer you large sums of money, there's a price. They're buying something for that money. And if you're a free thinker or trying to put out a message of truth like I am, that's the exact opposite of what I'm trying to do. So that would be like selling out. And I don't think Charlie felt like he needed to do that. I don't blame him. I wouldn't have taken it either. Which is a hard thing to do if you don't have any. He had money, so that ain't that hard. He probably has $150 million. I do not. Kevin says, hello, Whip. And Aaron says, my feet are raw from trying to keep them dry. Good Lord, I know that's right. That's the worst thing in the world when you're packing and dressed to the nines. Get your feet wet, it'll ruin your whole day. Patty says, hi, Miss Amy Elizabeth. And Linda says, I will know more by the end of the week, Walter. Well, I'm praying for you, Linda. I hope whatever it is every bit as exciting and wonderful as you think it's going to be. Amy says, I hope it's not a computer virus. Aaron says, how are you, Jake? How you feeling? And how can we make your day better? You already made my day better, Aaron. You showed up. That means everything to me. Thank you. And I feel pretty good, all things considered. I had a long day today. It was kind of rough, meaning that everything that could go wrong did go wrong. It was one of those days. But I made it through the day. I survived. I kept my nose to the grindstone and got to the end of the job and got home and got fed and even got a little nap. So I'm feeling pretty good. Linda Davis says, Aaron, aren't you supposed to always have an extra pair of socks with you? Yeah. Whipmaster says, allegedly they were close friends. He spoke with that expressed fear of Israel retaliation based on his questioning of Israel actions recently, such as the Qatar bombing. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I haven't heard. I would say it's probably fair bet that it's true. There's a lot of that going on in the world. People vying for attention and trying to get big public speakers under their belt and things like that. It wouldn't surprise me if that was true. We do live in a carefully crafted facade where everything you hear has an agenda. Everybody out there is trying to sell you something. Believe that. It's very rare when you find somebody who's not trying to sell you something. And Aaron says, yes, but if it's raining and you're in a hole, things get wet. Yep. And Aaron says, Whip, your friend is smart. So apparently Aaron thinks you're right or on to something, Whipmaster. And Aaron says, I'll do what I can to keep things secure, Whip. Well, I hope so, buddy. And, at any given time in this country, we are a lot closer to chaos than anybody realizes. That's a fact. Peace itself is a facade, and it could go off the rails at any minute. The fact that it doesn't is amazing. So be aware of that and be proud and do your part and try to keep your part of the world calm, because at any moment, everything could just go off the rails. That's just the way it is. Big John says, I had a tarantula the size of my hand. It was a Chilean rose, Amanda. Wow. Amanda's on an errand right now. She'll be back in just a few minutes. Yeah, I don't know why you would want a hairy spider that can look at you and smile. That is antithetical to life, in my opinion. I want to live. I don't want to play with deadly, creepy, 8-legged things. I know tarantulas aren't deadly, but they are, because I'd break my neck trying to get away from it. Kellen says, okay, let me go grab the link to the video and I'll send it your way. Thank you, I got it. It was a tough watch because it has so many controversial opinions on the Bible. I'll look into it, buddy, and I'll let you know. I'll email you back at that same email address to the Matthew, whatever it is, and I'll let you know what it's all about. And Amanda says, here's my email address if you need it, and you got it, so good. Kellen says, yes, such a good song. Heart and prayers. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that very much. April Rain, what's up, darling? April, there are 14 people in chat and only 8 likes. That math ain't mathing. Somebody don't like me very much. Hit that like button, everybody. April says, hi, everybody. What's up? There's a light up there. Walter Davis says, hey, April. Aaron says, Firehead. The old Firehead's in the house. April says, woohoo. Wavy hand, vibrating heart, and a smiley face with herpes. Aaron says, Jake, thinking over there about something. And Patty says, that's $1 million song. I was thinking about that $1 million song not being $1 million song. Kevin says, hello, April. And April says, hi, Walter, Aaron, Kellen, good to see you all. Smiley face with breasticles and 2 hearts. Kellen says, April, good to see you. And Linda says, oh, no. You got it this time. You win. You had no opponent, but you got it. April says, hi, Kellen, how are you? Vibrating heart, smiley face with breasticles. Kevin says, April, I'm hanging in there like everyone else. Right on. Or Kevin said that. Did I say Kellen? I meant Kevin. Now I got another name to get confused. That's all right. I'll make it. Aaron says, you won't go broke on my watch. Not an option. Thank you for that, buddy. I do. It means a lot. It gets hairy sometimes, but I ain't went down yet. The Lord is good all the time. And I depend on him greatly. Patty says, beautiful song, Jake. Miss Patty. Thank you very much for that. I promise it won't be the last one. I'll put some more out later. I just got to get back to a place where I can do some vocal work. I've got lots of songs ready to go. I just can't sing them right now. If push comes to shove, I'll get somebody else to sing them. And April says, Patty, good to see you, lovely heart. And Linda says, hi, April, heart. And April says, Amanda and Jake, love y'all. We love you too. How are you? How are things in your neck of the woods? Did you know an asteroid was coming to hit Florida tonight? I heard it from a good source. Pretty sure that's what they said. I might have the details confused, but something like that. Walter says, hi, Patty. You never show up and chat. Patty's always here. What you talking about? And Walter says, but other people see you. That's a you problem, buddy. Make sure you're on live chat and not all chat. Aaron says, it's calming to look out and keep watching to Jake's music on the way to the post. Nice. Well, I hope you got the album so you can listen to the whole thing. And April says, beautiful. Smiley faces all around. Hi, Linda. Lovely hugs. And April says, glad you're not drafted, Aaron. Yeah, I think he's beyond drafted. Aaron says, I went, April. And Linda says, Walter Patty comes up as Wesley. That's probably why you don't see Patty, because she's here as Wesley. Walter says, okay, got it. And April says, good night, Rachel. Kellen says, I sent you that video to your email, Jake, just letting you know. I got it, and I will email you back with what I think about it. I'll watch it after the show tonight. Bill Bennett says, sweet Jesus said, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. He did say that. He was talking to a couple of boys, but in particular, but he did say that. He was talking to the Zebedee brothers, James and John. Andrew and John. James, I can't remember. The Zebedee brothers. April says, Bill, love, hugs, right on, heart. And Linda says, hi, Bill, I missed you coming in. He's here. Walter says, you can't question Israel without asking why Hamas hasn't given back the hostages or why they are using civilians as human shields. I mean, I can question it. I probably won't get a correct answer, but listen, war is profitable. That's all you need to know. And just because God said to bless a country does not mean that he intended you to bless its current government. He's talking about the people Israel, the 12 tribes of Abraham, Israel, the sons of Jacob, Israel, not the country Israel. That's a different thing. That's a modern thing that didn't exist when Jesus walked the earth. It did, but in a different form than it is currently. Now, what do you do about that? Well, you bless Israel. If you see a Jew, be nice to them. Give them good blessings. If you can support a cause that'll help them, so be it. If you feel led to do so. But countries fight. I don't know if you hadn't seen that yet. Countries fight. They do. It's called war. And war makes money. And that's why they do it. And also, war causes power. Whoever wins the war gets the power. Whether it be over oil or land or some other precious mineral, batteries or whatever it is they're fighting over, computer chips, whatever it is they want the power over, they'll fight over it. They're not going to get hurt, but they'll send their people to go get hurt. And then they'll get the power. That's how that works. And we keep falling for it because when we're young and dumb and full of energy, we think we're supposed to stand for something and be men, and we go out and we fight for a cause, and because we want to be heroes. And an old man will tell you that's stupid. Don't do that. Stay at home. Fight for your land under your feet. Don't go into somebody else's house starting trouble. A young man wants to be a hero. An old man wants to stay alive. That's just the way of the world. God designed it that way for a reason, I would imagine. Debbie says, I don't have 150 million pennies. Thank you, thank you. I don't have 150 million pennies either, Patty. And then I lost my chat, so hang on just 1 second. K. Alvarez, welcome back. I'm close. I can see it. I found it. Aaron says, when I get back, I need to message you, Jake. I need to make peace with some stuff over here. Well, Aaron, you message me or call me, whatever you need to do, anytime, day or night, whether you're there now or right now, whatever you want to do. I'm here for you, brother. But I can go ahead and tell you, you are forgiven. Okay? I love you. God loves you. He knows what you're up to. He's a smart God. And you're doing what you're supposed to do for the good of your country. You are forgiven. Rest easy, my friend. Kellen says, hugs, everyone. Thank you. Prayers and hearts, too. April says, where is Amanda? Amanda's right here. What are you talking about? Say hello.
Hello, April.
See? Kellen says, Amanda was here a little while ago. She still is. Kevin says, Debbie, have you counted all your pennies? How do you know you don't have 150 million? I'm going out on a limb here. I'm going to say probably don't. But Amanda says,
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where I am in chat.
910.
Hold on. Hi, April. I'm here.
Linda says, hugs, Aaron. And April says, hugs back, Kellen. Love, mystery heart, and smiley face with breasticles. And Amy says, I've heard the same rumors about Charlie. Yeah, I don't know if they're true or not. I don't know how to find out. I don't know if there's any validity to them or not. I do know that that kind of thing happens, and it doesn't seem outlandish that it happened to him or anybody else in that kind of situation, but I'm also not sure if that's a bad thing or not. It's just the way the world goes. And Debbie says, no, I have not, Kevin. I have not counted all my pennies. Shake them couch cushions. There might be something in there. I've heard it on a good source. A little birdie told me there's probably something in there. Kellen says, all the love, April. God bless you, sister. Amen. Aaron says, Linda, hugs back. And April says, hey, lovely, are you all right? It depends on who you're talking about. Who's lovely? In that sentence. You're all lovely, but who is it and you're talking to? Amy says, I've heard the same thing. And April says, hi, Debbie and Amy, John, much love. Hearts and smiley faces. And Big John says, I heard Trump is in Britain. America and Britain. America and Britain. Yes, he went to the castle. I guess it's the Windsor Castle. I can't remember which one it is. It's the one that the prince is at. I can't remember which one it is. But yeah, he's there. And apparently he got a very big fanfare when he got there. Big welcome with jets and streamers and all kinds of things. Big pictures of him and Epstein and the whole 9 yards. Kellen says, I had a tarantula crawl on my face in order to break my fear of spiders. No, sir. Not me. Not in a million years. I would kill you to get away from that spider. Kellen says, it worked. I'm no longer scared of spiders. I'm not scared of them either. I'm just smart enough to stay away from them. They freak me out. I get that cold chill down my spine when they get around me. It's not fear. It's like a response, you know. I'm not afraid of them. I'll face off with one if I have to, but they just, they eek me. Eek, you know. Ugh. It's like a jarring thing. Apparently my body doesn't like spiders. April says, God bless you too, brother. So glad you're here. Kay Alvarez says, hey, y'all. Hey, Kay. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming in. Big John says, if you imagine spiders are millions of times smaller than a person, yeah, well, I've never seen a person bite another person and then that person die. April says, just got done eating dinner. What'd you have? What was for dinner? Kevin says, hello, Kay Alvarez. Kellen says, ooh, what did you have, April? And Aaron says, what did you eat? We all want to know. Linda says, hey, Kay Alvarez. And April says, hi, Kay Alvarez. Welcome. Patty says, he is Big John. Says you put on the dog better than anyone. Right on. He is. Big John says you put on the dog better than anyone. I try. I put on the dog pretty good. I am a master. Kellen says, hi, Kay Alvarez. And me and Kevin are of the same brotherhood. Hamburger helper. I agree. Kevin says, yep. And Big John says, hey, April, heart. Kellen says, I'll sing them for you. But you have some big shoes to fill, Jake. No, not really. You all want to hear a song? I'll see if I can eke one out. Don't get upset with me if I crack, though. Trying to think of a good one to sing you. April says, I had cabbage and sausage with some cornbread, mashed potatoes, and some asparagus cheese on it. It was very good. It sounds like your pee is going to smell funny tonight. And April says, what an asteroid. That's what I heard. Kellen says, that sounds delicious, April. Phew, I'm full just thinking about it. I wouldn't eat half of it. Well, just the asparagus anyway. Kevin says, April, living large. And Kellen says, yes, April, gonna fly close to Earth tomorrow night. 536,000 miles or so close to Earth. Yeah, you should be able to look outside and see it. And Debbie says, I'm going to make sure to stay upwind to April, right? That asparagus is going to smell funky come about 2 o'clock, ain't it? April says, it was filling. I couldn't eat it all. I don't blame you. But cabbage and sausage sounds pretty good, though. April says, LOL, Debbie. And Kevin says, Debbie, LOL. Kellen says, bless God, a full plate and a stomach is a blessing. Amen to that. Sure is. Let's see. I don't know if I can do it or not, buddies. What am I doing? I got to turn my filter off. Let me know if you guys can hear this guitar.
Yes, it was fine before.
I wish a buck was still silver and a joint was a bad place to be. It was back before Elvis and the Vietnam War came along. I don't know the song, I just realized that. Before microwave ovens, when a girl would still cook because she could. The best of the free life behind us now. Are the good times really over for good? Little Merle Haggard for you.
Nice. Way to go.
Thank you. I almost lost it, but I got it. I made it through. I'll play one of mine for you in a minute. Bill Bennett says, was that meant for all mankind? No. No, it was meant for the Zebedee brothers. Bill Bennett says, what he giveth, he can taketh. This is true. Kellen says, you're probably going to have a long email back after that video. There was so much to reflect on and ask God about. Well, I do provide that service, Kellen, and I will look into it for you because I made a promise to you when I met you that I would answer all your questions, and so I will. I'll do the best I can in short order. Just remember me when you hit the lotto. April says, should I leave Florida tonight? Are we in danger? You're not in danger. Stay right where you at. April says, amen, Bill, prayers. And Kellen says, no, April, no danger as far as I can tell, but keep your eyes to the sky tomorrow night and might be able to see it. Then my chat jumped. Hang on.
9:18.
Thank you. Debbie says, I don't believe anything unless it comes from the horse's mouth, so to speak. The internet is filled with lies. True. Very true. Aaron says, facts, Jake. I just want to be home. Home is a good place to be, my friend. And I know you're going to be there soon. Kevin says, sure is, Debbie. Full of lies. Bill says, Eagle is USA. Why are we not really mentioned in Revelations? Maybe we are the first to go. God made America, and we turned our back on him. Help us, Father. Well, we are mentioned in the Bible. We are the land divided by rivers that is talked about in a couple of places in the Bible. It wasn't called America in those days. But the people that are here came from there. So you need to pay attention to the people, not the land. And we are mentioned in the Bible. And April says, damn, I wish I had my telescope. Apparently you'll be able to see it with your naked eye. And Walter says Israel went to war to get the hospitals or get the hostages back. They gave back 500 POWs for each hostage they got back. Hamas still has 26 living hostages and 36 dead ones. Give them back and the war ends. That's what they say. I don't know. Kellen says, April, there's an app called ℂ𝕚𝕚𝕝𝕚𝕝𝕚. It's a very good app as far as tracking things like that. Can it tell you if the earth is flat? Lady B says, good night, all. Love you all bunches. Prayers, Aaron, and sweet dreams. Lady B, I didn't even know you were here, honey. Hi. Where you going? Linda says, hi, Lady B. And Amanda says,
Hi and night, lady.
Walter says most of the hostages they got back were dead, and the autopsy revealed they died horrible deaths, especially the women. Yeah, they don't think very highly of women over there for some reason. Not smart people. April says, love you bunches, Lady B. Good night, love. And Walter says, hey, Lady B. And Kevin says, good night, Lady B. Kellen says, sleep well, Lady B. April says, I was asking Amanda. You were asking Amanda what?
If I was okay.
Oh. Well, I answered her. So, April says, sorry, my typing sucks. That's all right.
And yes, April, I'm all right. I had to run somewhere real quick.
April says, I'm trying to do other things while I'm watching and listening. Well, pay me some attention, woman.
April, you know you can't do two things at once.
Kellen says, no problem, April. April, I'm currently at work. Haha. Me too. Imagine that. April says, oh, okay, hon. How's Tribble? Fat and sassy. Tribble's our dog, in case you didn't know. She is part Shih Tzu, part Chihuahua. She's a shitwawa. and I like it that way. Kellen says, do you remember that zombie guy in Florida? I do. That was a weird story, but he did bite some people. He did, but he was also on bath salts and thought he was a zombie, so. Imagine that. I do remember that guy.
Mm-hmm.
April says, what do you do for work, Kellen? And Kellen says, I'm a dimensional lab lead in an aluminum foundry that makes car parts for Ford, GM, and BMW. Nice. He's one of those high dollar men. He works with formulas and stuff. Linda says, spiders are like Cotton Eye Joe. Where did you come from? Where did you go? I'm going to stomp on Cotton Eye Joe. All right?
That's funny, Linda.
Big John says, Linda, smiley, smiley. Kevin says, Linda, LOL. And April says, for real, zombie? Was that the one who ate bath salts? Yes. And Kellen says, Amazing Grace would be a good song considering the circumstances.
A little high.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now I see. There you go. April says, Jake would be like Tim Robinson in Nothing to Lose. Tim Robinson, Nothing to Lose. He was trying to get that spider off his freaking head. Yes, I would be. I love that movie, by the way. It's a great movie. Callie says, I think so, April. I was so worried when I first saw that video. Well, don't worry, man. I'll answer your questions. And April says, ℂ𝕚𝕝𝕝, I know it sounds like a gas, right? But the asparagus and cheese? Yes. Kellen says, I can hear it. Good. Dwayne Allman has a good version of Amazing Grace with a dobro. I hope I did some justice to it there just now. I can't sing, but I can play. Kellen says, oh, now I'm swaying. I love this. Cool. And April says, that was scary, Kellen. Big John says, the only thing I don't like is slugs. Nasty. Yeah, those are gross. You can eat them, though. Can't eat a spider, can you?
Kellen?
Get their little legs in your teeth.
Kellen, did you listen to the Weatherman song?
April says, woohoo, Jake. And Aaron says, smiley face. And Patty says, bring Merle back, baby. Yeah, I can do that.
LOL Nugget, I don't like maggots.
why she's with me, I can never tell. Yeah. I like that. What Merle do you want to hear, Patty? April says, ooh, John, LOL. And Walter says, great Waylon song. Merle. Waylon's a little nasalier. Waylon's more like a... I've been down in Mississippi, down in New Orleans. I've been out in California. Can't get that note. 'Cause I'm a rambling man. Don't give your heart to any old rambling man. Anyway, I am wholly unprepared to play. I hadn't sang a song in over a year, so pardon my grackling and carling and coughing and hacking and sorry. Jake's back. He's not back, but thank you. Patty says, Merle, Walter. April says, singing along, baby. Here's a song I wrote if you guys want to hear one. What do I want to play? Sounding great, Jake. Love it, says April. Thank you, ma'am. And yay, woohoo, another one. Yeah.
Think you can hit Spirit World?
No, probably not. I don't even know if I can remember Spirit World. My chat jumped. Where am I at? Oh, I found it. Never mind. Aaron says, strumming like a champ. Pull my heartstrings over here. Thank you. April says, LOL, Aaron, hun. Oh. And Linda says, now you have to play me a BAC song. I can do that. Would you lay with me in a field of stone? If my needs were strong, would you lay with me? Would you go away to another land and walk 1,000 miles through the burning sand? Wipe the blood away from my dying hand if I give myself to you. Would you lay with me? There you go, couple of Merle. I can't sing the whole song. I'm already going to get copyright claimed. There goes the money for that video. You know how it goes. Aaron says, April, if you get out, take me with you. Right on. Patty says, can you imagine what heaven's Grand Ole Opry is going to be like? Heaven ain't a lot like Dixie. I don't want to go. Heaven ain't a lot like Texas. I just as soon stay home. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Bunch of dead smiley faces. You're right. Kellen says, thank you for the pleasant tune, Hamburger Helper. You're welcome. Anything you'd like to hear particularly? I don't just play country. I play it all. Linda says, woohoo, Patty, that's a party. April says, freaking me out, golly. Kellen says, 2025 FA22 is the name of the asteroid, if anyone is wondering. Thank you. Is that like FAFO? The messing around 22? Amy says, blushing because her eyes are naked. I wish I could sing that song. I know I can't hit that note. What it is says hello to all. Hey, what it is?
You remember the lyrics to Weatherman?
Probably not.
Kellen, here's Weatherman if he can remember the lyrics.
I don't remember it. Let me look and see if I got it.
Okay.
I should have it.
I don't remember the first line of it either.
Mr. Weatherman. That's all I can remember of it is the first line. And I don't have it. You guys will just have to listen to it some other time.
Get another request.
What is it?
Knocking on Heaven's Door.
All right, I know the song. I know that one. Mama, take this badge from me. I can't use it anymore. The big black cloud is coming down, yeah. Feel like I'm knocking on heaven's door, yeah. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Mama, wipe this blood off my face. You know I can't see too good anymore. God, I've been searching so long, I've been searching for a better place. Well, I guess that's why I've been knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Yeah. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. There you go. Now, what it is says, hello to all. Nice to see you, my friend. Thank you for dropping in. And Kellen says, if, then your turn. April says, thanks, Kellen. I'll look into it. Aaron, you look into it, okay? Aaron says, LOL, April. Tongue crinkle.
Hi, what is it?
Amanda says, hi, what it is?
I just said that.
Yeah, but you said it wrong.
No, I said it right.
April said it too. Aaron says, April, if I'm not there, so I can't. I'm not there, so I can't. I think she means look into it by looking up in the sky. April says, you have my full attention. For what? What are you attending us for?
You told her to stop doing other things and give you attention.
Oh.
And I said she can't do two things at once.
Got it. Understood. Whew. You can hear where there used to be a voice, right? Big John says, Israel warned Hamas before going into Gaza. Told the people to leave. That is true. I remember that. And Kellen says, ha. I look at numbers, to be honest. I was trying to think of the machine you use. I know what you do for a living. I knew a guy that did that before. You punch the equations in the machine and it cuts it out to zero tolerances and all that stuff. I know what you do. I just can't think of what it's called.
CNC machine?
Kind of, but it's for metal.
Plasma cutter?
I don't remember. April says, awesome. I own a GMC Terrain. My favorite car is a Mustang. Nice. What are we talking about? Oh, because he works on cars? Got it. April says, I used to own two, and now you own one. Kevin says, hello, what it is? And Aaron says, what year and color, April? The Mustang. I think it was blue.
She had a blue one and a red one.
There you go. Kellen says, I used to have a 5.0 1989 Mustang. I missed that car.
89 was a Fox body.
I used to have a 4.0 Mustang family car. I didn't know it when I bought it. I wanted a 5.0. I got a 4.0. Somebody thought it was funny. It's just one less. Big difference. Linda Davis says, April, my son has a new Mustang. I do not. Kellen says, sing it, Jake. I love this. Thank you, sir. I wish I could sing better. I'm caterwauling and I know it, but thank y'all for putting up with me anyway. It's better than I've been able to do. Walter says, Kellen, you work for Hydron, ? Hydron? Hydron? I don't know. Patty says, we are the tribes we went over the Caucasus Mountains, became Caucasians, and settled all along west after. Yeah, some of us. Yeah. We are some of the tribes. It's a very complicated, convoluted mess, and 9 times out of 10, nobody can correctly point at where the tribes are because they're so scattered. God knows. But I can tell you how they got there. But I can't tell you exactly who is who because it's so convoluted. But I can tell you how they got there by the way they traveled. Some went over the Caucasus Mountains, some went into Africa, and some went to the Orient. And some went back home by way of Egypt and and all of that. Mesopotamia. April says, but my son wrecked the blue one and a drunk driver hit me in my green one. Ugh. And that was 5 years ago.
My
Terrible.
Bad. Green, not red.
Grid. Yep.
Grid.
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 April says, lovely. Sing it, Jake. Thank you. Thank you. And Kelly says, bless you, April. I'm sorry to hear that. And April says, oh, awesome, Linda. And Patty says, we are Anglo-Saxon through Isaac. How about that? Somebody reads. And Linda says, Kellen, I had one of those fox body blue and silver ones. Nice. And Walter says, April, Linda had a 65 Mustang in the backyard, and it was a good car till the kids disassembled it. No disassemble. Stephanie, no disassemble. April says, that was a great movie, LOL. What movie? The one I just quoted? Was that Forethought?
No, the one you were talking about earlier.
Oh, did I talk about a movie earlier?
Nothing to Lose. Or
oh,
something.
yeah. I got it. Kellen says, Hydron, I've never heard of that place, but I've been in the automotive production industry since I was 21. And Aaron says, which movie, April? Nothing to lose. And April says, yeah, Walter, I can't believe they disassembled it. Whoa. Nothing to lose, see? And Kellen says, I have not. Dang it, I forgot. Sorry. I'll save it right now to my Spotify. I guess you're talking about the album.
No, the Weatherman song.
Mr. Weatherman. I'll try to remember it. I probably can't, though.
Send me your...
Mr. Weatherman, what is your forecast? I need sunshine and good times, something like that. I can't stand no more rain, 'cause I've been too many highs and too many lows, too many storms and tornadoes. I need sunshine and good times. I need a good forecast tonight. Something like that. Anyway,
Yeah,
it's a
something like
really
that.
good song. I can't do it justice, but for some reason, those high notes just will not happen. I used to could hit them, but I can't do it right now.
You've gotten a couple songs out. You're doing good.
It's embarrassing.
You're not doing bad.
You can eat spiders if in your sleep, and you won't know if you have. Well, I don't want to know if I have, John. Why would you tell me a thing like that? Now I'm not going to be able to sleep.
You eat lots of spiders in your sleep.
That's what she said. Linda says, April, they were trying to restore it with little to no knowledge of how to do that. Yep, that'll put a crinkle in your plans right there. April says, John, what? Whoa. And Walter says, gotta clean slugs really good, otherwise you can die eating slugs. They're good protein, though. All right, what you guys want to hear? Last song. Oh, yeah, I said I'd sing one I wrote. Okay. It's raining like the devil outside my window. Coldest night in April is in the wind. Every drop I hear falling, I hear your voice calling. Lord, it tears my whole world all apart. And here it comes again, the lightning, the thunder and wind. That rain keeps falling and it's calling me home again. Here it comes again. Here it comes again. Lightning strikes a power pole, all the lights go out. Then I finally realize what this life is all about. But then the walls I built around me, they slowly tumble down. Pieces shatter as they fall to the ground. Here it comes again, the lightning, the thunder and wind. That rain keeps falling, Lord, it's calling me home again. Here it comes again. Here it comes again. It's raining like the devil outside my window. Coldest night in April is in the wind. There you go. A little original music just to lighten up the load. Where am I at in the chat?
9:41. Nope. 9:42.
9:42. April says, OMG, Walter, geez. 65 is my favorite. It's a nice one. 64 and a half. April says, what color was it? And Walter says, Waylon did Fight Inside of Me. That's Merle Haggard. Walking on the fight inside of me. Boom, 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 boom. You might be right. I don't know. Linda Davis says, I think Walter meant hydro, maybe. Maybe. April says, you can die eating anything. That's bottom feeders. Gross. True. Be careful of the kissing bug. I heard they're spreading a new disease called chunga chunga or something like that. Don't worry. It's just another fear tactic. Big John says, you'd be surprised how many spiders have been eaten in your sleep if you have your mouth open. Look it up. I don't sleep with my mouth open. I
Yes,
grit
you
my
do.
teeth. No, I do not.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Okay, next time you do it, I'm going to take a picture.
Take a picture. Why am I waking up prying my teeth apart then?
Well, that might be when you're waking up, but when you're sleeping, your mouth is open.
No way.
Okay. I'll take a
No
picture.
way. You say I snore too, and you're lying through your teeth.
I'm not. You do snore.
I do not.
Okay.
April says, love me, love me, love. I love this song. Bravo. Sing along. Thank you.
You don't snore bad, but you snore.
I don't snore at all.
You
I
do.
breathe heavy. There's a difference.
Especially when you're tired.
Patty says, kept the wine threw away the rose. Nice. These rose-colored glasses that I'm looking through. Remember that guy? I miss that guy. April says, no way, John, LOL. I don't want to know you. Kellen says, hydro? I've never heard of that place either. I've worked for some small industries here in Bama, but I've learned so much. But sadly, I nearly lost my life to a metal lathe back in 2017. That's terrifying. Some things are dangerous. Kellen says, that's what inevitably led me to becoming closer to God. I felt very close to death in that moment. It made me realize how weak my life really is. Yes, there are sometimes things that happen in life that'll really show you just how fragile this whole thing really is. And it'll make you put things in perspective for sure. And I'm glad you came away with that. Because a lot of people don't for some reason. Aaron says, April, Nothing to Lose is a great movie. I'm a scat man. Skibidi bobbidi beebidi babbidi boo. And Linda says, Hydro is an aluminum plant here in Pennsylvania that makes Ford parts, Kellen. And April says, yes, I believe that too, Kellen. I almost drowned 2 times when I was a kid. And we used to go fishing a lot and was around water all my life. Yeah, if you almost drown once when you're a kid, you get lucky. But if you almost drown twice or more times when you're a kid, your parents are trying to kill you. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. That's just for you, Aaron. I hope you enjoyed that. Kellen says, oh, nice. I never heard of that place. I'll give it a look. And April says, sing one you know, Jake. I love this one. I do know that one. What are you talking about? And Debbie says, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Aaron says, salute to my mama. I know she's watching. If she's able, she is. Oh. Thank you very much. God bless you, my friend. Now I can't stop. Name another song. What do you want to sing? What do you want to hear, Aaron? Angela says, dang, I felt like that a few weeks ago. Hello, all. Hi, Angela. Thank you for coming. How are you, sweet lady? April says, pina coladas.
Probably.
Oh, I was feeling the news. I was watching the blues when this fella came on the TV. He said, I'm telling you, the science is proved heartaches are healed by the sea. And that got me going without even knowing. I packed right up and drove down. I'm on a roll and I swear to my soul, tonight I'm gonna paint this town. Bring me 2 sex on the beaches. Gotta have one for each hand. Let's set sail, Captain Morgan, and never leave dry land. Troubles I forgot 'em, buried 'em in the sand. Bring me 2 sex on the beaches. She said hello to a good timing man. And all the wind and the waves and the moon bringing down on me. It eases my mind by leaving behind love and love all and bring. I don't know the song. Anyway, there you go. Kellen says, I'm sorry, April. Thank you for telling your story and reminding me that I'm not alone. Oh, Kellen, you are not alone. You are family now. We love you.
Hi, Angela. Welcome back. How you doing?
Big John says, I'm not knocking yet. Patty says, does anyone ever feel like things are so foreign, even people seem so lonely and worried nowadays? Yeah. Yeah, we don't live in the world we used to live in. Things are much different now. Angela says, I'm much better. And thank you for asking. How are you? I am fantastic. Thank you for asking.
LOL. Oh, Lord, April. Not that song still.
April says, Angela, good to see you. Hugs and love. Heart and smiley face. And Aaron says, we always listen to this on the chopper. Stop now. What's that sound? Everybody been going down. Anyway. Sorry, I had a flashback of Vietnam. Kevin says, hello, Angela.
That's awesome. I'm good.
Linda Davis says, hi, Angela. Good to see you. And April says, hi, LOL, Amanda. Amy says, hi, Angel. Girl, you're looking fine tonight. Every guy wants his hand on your thighs. What you're doing with a clown like me, surely one of life's little mystery. Yeah. I can't hit the note. I was going to sing it, but I can't do it. Too high. Sorry.
Bring it down a key.
I can't. Then it don't sound good. That song is in the key of C. If you drop it any lower, it just sounds like garbage. See, I'll show you.
Okay.
tonight. Every guy wants his hand on your thigh. See, it doesn't work.
Yeah, it don't work.
It only
right.
works in that key. Linda Davis says, "Hi, Angel. Good to see you." April says, "LOL, Amanda." And Amy says, "Hi, Angel." And April says, "Angela." And Angela says, "April, thank you. I've been watching in the corner." Well, come on out of that corner. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Angela says, "Amy, heart." And Walter says, "Hi, Angela." And Kevin says, "Good song." I know, I wish I could sing it. My voice ain't back. It's just hanging in there. Amy says, "Hey, y'all, I've been busy at work, unable to chat." Well, I'm glad you're here. Angela says, "Heart, heart, heart, heart." And April says, "Ha, I'm glad you came in tonight, hun. How you been?" And What It Is says, "Are you familiar with the band Concrete Blonde?" Seems like I've heard it, but I don't know any songs from them. I don't know that I know any songs from them. I might, but I don't know if I do. Concrete Blonde. I know three blondes, three young blondes, three non-blondes. That's it. And Blondie. Those are the only two. April says, "Amy, much love, Mystery Heart." Walter says, "Hey, What It Is?" What It Is says, "Shallow." And April says, "Woohoo, bravo." Kissy face. Angela says, "That was it too, April." Big John says, "Wishing everyone a blessed night. Stay safe, family. Much love." John, are you out? We love you, brother. Have a good night. Be safe. Patty says, "That was great, Jake. It took you away from my thoughts." Well, that's wonderful. I'm glad to be capable of doing that still. What It Is says, "I did my part and I hit that like button." Thank you, What It Is. Hit that like button. I might have one more in me. What you guys want to hear?
Aaron,
Or do y'all just want me to stop caterwauling?
Aaron wants I think Simple Man.
Oh, Lord.
Or what was it? Fast Car. Tracy Chapman.
Yeah, I don't know that one. I know the other Tracy Chapman one.
Give Me One More Reason.
Yeah, that one. One reason to stay here. I'll turn this car around. Yep, that's a good song.
Yeah, Aaron said, "I like Simple Man. It's me in a song."
Be a simple man. You know I'm right. All this. You love and understand. Just like a Jake Johnson fan. Be a simple. Hey, be a simple man. You can do this for me, son. Hey, if you can. There you go, just for you. A little simple man. I hope you guys enjoyed the singing tonight. It's all I could muster, but I did it.
Now you won't be able to talk the rest of the night or tomorrow.
I know. I was already leaving, but I got something done anyway.
Now you got to get to the bottom of the chat.
Aaron says, ladies and gentlemen, Jake and the Untethered. Kevin says, good night, John. Amy says, the expression, working your fingers to the bone. I've been working my feet to the bone. Hear you, darling. You keep working. It pays off, I promise. And April says, John, God bless and sweet dreams, love, heart. Linda says, good night, John. And Amy says, good night, Nuggy. Aaron says, thank you very much. I sent a thank you. Good gracious. Thank you. God bless you, my friend. That will certainly go to good use. Thank you very much. Amanda says, thanks, Aaron. Yes, thank you. Aaron says, strength, and smiley faces with a salute. And what it is says, peace, left and right. Peace with power, up and down. Cowabunga, fingers crossed. Whatever the hell that is. Just a little, throw some metal on it, pound it out, and look both ways before you cross the street. And Linda Davis says, are you leaving us, Aaron? Not if I can help it. Aaron says, I hope not. Kellen says, I work with I work with CMMs. It basically just takes measurements with a machine and calculates the measurements in comparison to the model and determines whether features are out of tolerance. Right. I couldn't think of what that was called. CMM. April says, green one was a 2009. The blue one was a 2015, I think. Mustangs. And both were convertibles, and I loved them. I hear you. Kellum says, I love a convertible Mustang. I've never owned a convertible vehicle, I don't think. April says, I will never again loan my cars. I don't blame you. And Angela says, it's all divided by DNA and blood groups, I believe. We're told to multiply. Yes, we were. And you're talking about the tribes. Yes, we're all divided up. Thank you, dear. Amy says, I'm just a lowly overworked, underappreciated, underpaid janitor. Or you are a highly prized cleanliness technician. You ever thought about that? And Kellen says, hi, Angela. And by the way, I appreciate you very much, Amy. You are highly valued here. So, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Kellen says, hi, Angela. And April says, it's so hard to trust anyone, even family. Ugh, just trust me, honey. Don't trust anybody but me. Amy says, any vehicle can be a convertible with a chainsaw, right? Or a lack of brakes while coming up on a 18-wheeler. What it is says, what about Hank Williams Jr.? Jesus, do you got a reward out on me? I don't know that one. I don't think I've heard that one. I like the idea of it, though. Patty says, that's true, April. That's what I'm feeling. And April says, LOL, Amy. And Patty, I definitely feel your pain, love. Well, we love you both, and I hope that you feel trusted and trustable here. I ain't gonna let nothing bad come your way. Amy says chainsaw, duct tape, and baling wire, and don't forget the drywall screws. You can fix anything with that. That's a redneck's toolbox. Kellen says, and Gorilla Glue, Amy. Don't forget Gorilla Glue. Fab Daddy says, happy Wednesday, Fab Daddy. Nice to see you. Camel. Amy says statistics say that you're always within 6 feet of a spider. God's waste removal system. Well, there'll be some waste to remove if he comes out where I can see him. Debbie says, Amy, that sounds like a perfect date night.
Hi, Fab.
Spiders? Mm-mm. Kevin says, hello, Fab Daddy.
Zip tape and duck ties, too.
What it is says 69 Camaro all day long. Or a 69 Cougar. Yeah, baby. April says, hi, Fab Daddy, what's up? Amy says, they put a warning label on Gorilla Glue, but a couple years ago, some lady put it in her hair anyway. I saw that. Ridiculous. Kevin says, what it is, I'm with you on that one. April says, LOL, Debbie. And Fab Daddy says, my eyelids, April. That's what's up. April says, singing along. I must be way behind. But I'm willing to make a deal.
68, 69 Chevelle all day or 71 split bumper Camaro.
April says, LOL, Fab Daddy. And Linda says, I'm with you what it is with the 69 Camaro. Angela says, I really like spiders, Amy. I feel bad when I have to spray their webs off the house and the door frames. I'm a equal opportunity believer. I think you have every right to live. If you're out there in the world, you should be able to survive. But if you come in my house, you're on my territory and you're going to die.
I found one on Jake's desk the other day, and I trapped him, and I left him on Jake's desk, and I sent him a message. I said, I left him on your desk for you to get rid of him when you get home. He said it better not be there when I get home.
Scary.
I had to take it outside and let it go.
Kevin says, Shelby Cobra is my favorite car. Nice. What it is says, don't forget about the El Camino, especially from 65 to 69 to 68. You don't see those anymore. I know, right? April says, nice. That was my dad's dream car, was the El Camino.
Guess what it is? I had an El Camino 69.
Angela says, Linda, mine is a 66 candy apple red with a black rag top. What it is says, you want a script? Hold on. Where am I at?
1004.
What it is you want to script this younger generation, tell them they can go to the grocery store if they can figure out how to shift a 3 on a tree. I used to own a 3 on a tree pickup truck. I loved it. Took me 1 second to get used to it, and then it was just it was like second nature. Amanda says,
El Camino typo.
Camino. April says, it rained 3 hours straight here today. Bravo, Jake. I loved it. Thank you. I love doing it. Kellen says, I like a good old 240Z. I'm a Datsun B210 man myself, all the way. Simple, cheap, strong, never dies.
Fun to play in.
Smells like fake leather. Angela says 64 and a half is the first. My first boyfriend had one. He also had a VW van. I'm just a common man with a VW van. My doggy got a pedigree. What it is says, what about the Metropolitan cars? You don't see those anymore either. I used to have a Morris Minor out in the front yard. Thank you very much. That's pretty Metropolitan. Bill says, good night, fam. My phone is super hot. About to blow up. I hope not. I'll see you all soon. Bill, God bless you, my friend. Thank you for being here. We'll see you next time. Cool off that phone. It's only that hot because I'm on it. You know that, right? Kevin says, good night, Bill.
Night, Bill.
And April says, LOL, Amanda. Jake, you do. I saw you. Ha ha ha. I do what? Remind you of a man?
Snore.
Snore. I don't
Or
snore.
sleep with your mouth open.
And Angela says, I don't snore. It's my lungs making all that noise. I definitely gurgle, but I don't snore. Unless my neck is crinked. I'm sure that's happened, but as a general rule, I don't snore. What it is, says Amanda, next time Jake speaks with his mouth open, to stick a hot dog down his throat. Well, that's not very nice.
I think she meant sleeps. He meant sleep.
Next time I sleep with my mouth open, stick a hot dog down my throat.
Yeah.
That might not be smart. Everyone says, Bill, I hope it don't blow up your phone. Kevin says, I don't snore because I wake myself up every time, right? Aaron says, video.
Aaron wants me to video it.
Audio, your turn.
Video or it didn't happen, right?
Amy says, Hydro is the name of a battle bot. And also, the feminine form of that Hydra is the name of the enemy in Captain America. What it is Jake, your body goes on autopilot. You snore and your body has to let off gas. And you fart too. So who are you bitching?
Who are you bullshitting?
Who you bullshitting? I'm not bullshitting anybody. I never said I didn't fart.
You jump straight off that snore and stuff, right straight to fart.
Rich S, what's up? He says, hi all. Nice to see you. Angela says, I thought of that too, Amy. And Kevin says, hello, Rich.
Hi, Rich.
Nice to see you, Rich. Where you been, buddy? And what does FSSP stand for? For some such person? Feeling super sensitive and persnickety? And Rich says, Kev. Patty says, did anyone see where Robert Redford left us? Yes, unfortunately. Rest in peace, Robert Redford.
Speaking of Robert, I know this isn't subject and this isn't the night for it, but I think a lot of people will be happy about this. I saw a thing where Kennedy is making everybody take high fructose corn syrup out of their ingredients.
Yes.
He's banning high fructose corn syrup.
High fructose corn syrup is the devil. And it's bad for you. It's sugar made out of corn, which is making any sense at all.
Sorry, just thought I'd let everybody know that.
What it is I've heard of hydroponic.
Hydroponic is the water growing verb.
Aaron says, hydro is no joke, Amy. Turn you into a lizard. I think I saw that movie. Kevin says, Patty, yes. And Linda says, hi, Rich S. Good to see you. It's been a while. It's been a while since you've been knocking at my door. It's been a while. Rich, feeling super sensitive and persnickety, says, I have been busy trying to move my father. Well, that's nice for you to be a good son. Where are you moving him to? Where are you moving him from? How are you moving him? Why are you moving him? I like to move it. Sorry. April says, ha. No, they weren't around the second time, LOL. We didn't need supervision back then. Do you just respond to things you're thinking about? Because I don't know what you're talking to. What are you talking about?
This is April we're talking about. It took that long to dawn on her.
Rich S says, but I make it for Sundays. BS. That's not BS on Sunday, Rich. And that's very offensive.
Makes it for Sunday BS Bible study.
Oh, Bible study. My bad. April says, Rich, there you are. Missed you. Hugs and love. Aaron says, play whatever they ask for. I will. And April says, thanks, Jake Love, heart. And Rich S says, hi, April Rain. Missed you too. And Linda says, just miss seeing you in chat, Rich. It's all good. Amy says, I know that feeling. Lonely. I'm surrounded by people who love me, but I feel so alone. Well, you shouldn't. You're not alone. Angela says, paranoia is running deep. You know what else runs deep? Piranhas and submarines. Hope that helps. April says, Patty, I seen Robert left us. Wow, I love that man. Prayers and hearts. Angela says, Amy, I know that feeling as well. Me too. I spent 15 years utterly alone, by myself completely. Completely shut off from the world. Not one touch. Not one anything. It's not pleasant. I don't recommend you do it.
Now he wants to be touched all the time. I like it.
What can I say? I'm a connoisseur of the touch. April says, Amy, I know that feeling. Aaron says, I like Simple Man. It's me in a song. Well, I hope I did it justice. What'd you think? A little different than you heard it, I'm sure, but I do things my own way around here. Rich says, it's more than a feeling. More than a feeling. More than a feeling. Good song. What it is says, the coils are boiling. Crackle, crackle, crackle. Yeah, she likes to suck on that thing pretty hard, though. Aaron says, fast car is my favorite. And by the way, turn your microphone off if you're going to suck on that thing. April says, wow, the A-Team need to do something. Yeah, if you search for them, man, you can find them. Amanda says,
LOL, what is it? Vape is on fire.
the vape is on fire. We don't need no water. Let the motherfucker burn. Sorry. Debbie says, Tracy Chapman's version is the best, Aaron. 4 non-blondes. And I don't know what's in this song. That's all right. I make it up as I go along. And I say, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I said, yeah. What's going on? Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. I said, yes. What's going on? Day after day, I'm so confused. Spending my life in a pain. I don't know the song either, I'm confused. Ain't it a shame? Ain't it a shame? Yes, it is. Ain't it a shame? Oh, give me the beat, boys, to free my soul. I wanna get lost in you. Rock and roll and drift away. Won't you take me away? Give me the beat, boys, to free my soul. I wanna get lost in you. Rock and roll and drift away. Won't you take me away? Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Only wanna see you crying in the purple rain. This song is way too high, so I'll just skip it. I've held it all inward. God knows I've tried. It's an awful awakening in a country boy's life. When you look in the mirror, total surprise at the gray in your hair and the age in your eyes. Amanda, manhammer me. Fate should have made you a gentleman's wife. Amanda, manhammer me. Fate should have made you a gentleman's wife. I've got a couple more years on you, baby, that's all. I've had more chances to ride and more chances to fall. It's not that I'm wiser so many ways. It's just that my back is against the wall. And I've had more chances to ride and more chances to fall. All right, now. That's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Trying to think of something else to go with that, but whatever. I'll move on.
Yeah, you're 30 minutes behind in the chat
I
still.
don't care. What it is says Concrete Blonde is a song that you might like. It's called True. It's a very good tune. Napolitano has a hell of a voice. Jonette, I'll check her out. It says Jonette, but I'll check her out. April says, great song, Aaron. And Aaron says, yes, Debbie, it is the only one for me. That's a good song, too.
10:16.
I know where I'm at.
Oh.
Debbie says, Angela, I get a real high and scream at the top of my lungs what's going on. Did you like my little version of it? April says, what's going on? I need a girl to sing that song, though. It's way too high for me. I can do the melodramatic, low, monotone background to it, but I need somebody to belt it out. Aaron says, I say, hey, what's going on? Angela says, my favorite song is 110 Soldier. Nice. April says, LOL, sing what you know. I do. And I make the rest of it up because I don't care. Angela says, Debbie, I used to do that for karaoke. Karaoke queen. What it is, let's get a Ric Flair. Woohoo. Snap it to a Slim Jim. That's the wrong guy, I know. Aaron says, Angela, you can sing.
LOL, Debbie. I'm home alone, jamming out, just singing and dancing all over, cleaning or whatever.
Right on. Oh, I remember one. No, I don't. I forgot it. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep the ends out for the times bind. I keep them out. I forgot the song. For the times because you are mine. Honey, I walk the line. I can't remember this. I can't remember shit. Leave it alone. Stop making a fool of yourself, Jake. Hey, I got no problem of making a jackass of myself for your entertainment. What it is says, limo riding, jet flying woman want to ride Space Mountain all night long. Get out of that skirt. Let your hair down. All but leave them high heels on. I'll be in the back of my black Cadillac when Jesus finally comes to call his children home. Let your hair down. Get out of that skirt. I'll but leave them high heels on. I'll be riding in the back of my black Cadillac when Jesus finally comes to call his children home. Yeah. Something like that. April says, my mama said, with shoes like that, I could go anywhere, LOL. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. You're a strange bird, April. I love you. What it is says, what about David Allen Coe? Off to the rodeo. That's not David Allen Coe. Sorry. That is a copycat, David Allen Coe. Amanda says,
You missed DAC already.
but I'll do something else for you, though.
What is it?
See if I can get it out of my... what do we got?
What about Outlaw Women?
I can't hit the note. Sorry. I got to watch what I sing because I can't sing anything high. It'll mess up my vocal cords, and then I won't be able to talk, and then the podcast will be over.
What about Outlaw Women?
Can't do it. She works at the bank, and she works at the store. She don't go for that old stuff anymore. She likes to get high and listen to the band. She likes to make love to her kind of man. She's a outlaw woman, first of a kind. Outlaw woman, she's getting down like it's 99. You know what I'm talking about. Outlaw woman, she don't need a gun. Outlaw woman, she's just out for fun. In many ways, she's a lot like me. She don't give a damn about society. She might be a little rich girl, or she might be poor. Might be a woman who needs a little more. You never know about a person. Like a outlaw woman. First of a kind. Outlaw woman. Getting down like it's 99. Outlaw woman. She don't need a gun. Outlaw woman. That girl's out for fun. Some call her a lady, and some call her other names. But you won't call her that in front of me and my gang. There you go, just for you.
Thank you. Good job.
You guys are killing me. You know, I was on the road with David Allen Coe for a little while, just so you know. Y'all bring him up a couple of times tonight, so I thought I'd let you know that. It is an interesting point in my life. And that was when I was that close to being famous. Never quite made it, though. The price was just too high. Aaron says, my mom really said this when I said goodbye, but in her own way. I hear you, buddy. Angela says, blue on black, tears on a river, red tail eyes, something, something, something. I know the song, I just don't know the words to it. Night. Something, something, something. I like Kenny Wayne Shepherd. He's a good player. Debbie says, it is a good thing Amanda isn't looking for a talk after the show. That's a good thing because I can't. And Linda says, I really did appreciate the singing. I've missed it. Me too. You have no idea how bad I want to sing to you guys, and I just can't pull it off right now. And I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for putting you through this, but this is the best I could do in the moment. And I hope that it's satisfactory enough. I wish I could give you what I had in my 20s, but I just don't have it. April says, I've enjoyed, love. Thanks for singing, Jake. My pleasure. When I can, I will. And Aaron says,
BJ, now I lay me down to sleep. Pray the Lord my soul to keep.
That's my theme song. I've been a good doggy.
My best friend, right through it
Little kibbles and bits in my bowl.
If I die before I wake.
BJ. All right. Thank you, Aaron. What it is says, I've been working my bone to the bone. Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Aaron says, good stream. Thank you very much. And April says, I hit the like button. Ooh, right on. Angela says, I'm sorry, Kellen. I missed your hello. Hello. Heart. And Aaron says, Amy, the closet comedian. She is funny. Angela says, Aaron, I used to sing, but I've smoked too many chemicals in my life. I can sing really low, though, now, and it isn't too bad. Not very girly, though. I know the feeling. Me too. Mine ain't from smoking chemicals, though. Mine's from having COVID one too many times. Angela says, Amy has the best quick wit. She does that. Aaron says, I understand. And April says, Gorilla Glue and hair. Yes, there are people that in this world that are just dumb. Aaron says, Amy is the wit slinger. Wit slinger, I like that. April says, LOL. Then my chat jumped. Hang on.
10:28.
You sound like you're tired, young lady.
No, I just got done hitting my vape and I hadn't cleared my throat yet.
April says, LOL. Aaron says, April, black girls, Gorilla Glue. They lace fronts. I don't know what that means.
It means that they have lace fronts on their wigs and they glue them down
Oh, weavy thing. I got you.
to their foreheads so they don't lift.
They'll do anything for a weave. No, what we're talking about is some girl put Gorilla Glue on her hair, in her hair, like all of it. And then it hardened, and she freaked the freak out because she couldn't get it out. So she had to go to the emergency room and have it removed. Pretty dumb. Amy says, Aaron, nails and hair, a.k.a. child support, came in. Damn. Aaron says, for real, April. Ugh, April says. Amy says, I like Mountain Dew made with real sugar better. I miss those days. Me too. I do too. Maybe we'll get them back. Aaron says, I'll do a Morgan Freeman voice over. This is Jake. And this is his mouth. In the beginning, it was a snoring. Andy Dufresne was a friend of mine. April says, Lamau. Jake Z, says April. Jake Z?
I think it's supposed to be G's.
G's? April says, Amanda has the right stuff. Jake Amanda, LOL.
You know it, April.
You know it, girl. Sorry. Amanda says.
April says.
OMG. She takes dragon hits on that thing, on that vape. I couldn't smoke it without coughing. Not the first time, you can't, no. You have to get used to it. Your lungs have to adjust to it. The first time, it's going to take your breath away. Did me too.
Well, it didn't help. She tried to hit it like a cigarette, and I told her not to.
Yeah, you got to suck it in straight. You can't draw on it. April says, and I said, hey, what's going on again? Yep. Aaron says, turn the microphone if you were going to suck on that thing. Jake's advice, Morgan Freeman voice. Turn the microphone if you're going to suck on that thing. Grab it with both hands if you're going to suck on that thing. Sometimes you got to spit on it, though.
Hot do it.
Angela says, the song Me and Bobby McGee is hard to sing with the music for me. It's easier for me a cappella. Ba-na-na, ba-na-na-na-na-na-na, na-na-na, ba-na-na-na. You know why? Because it's not in 4/4 time. If you'll learn 3/4 time, you'll get it better. April says something.
LOL, Aaron. I'm going to be a good girl and not say anything.
And April says, great song, Angela. Patty says, thank you, Miss Amanda and Jake, for the show. I always look forward to the fellowship here. Good night to all. Patty, God bless you, sweetheart, and good night. We'll see you Friday. Angela says, dang, Jake, these are all the songs I would sing in a karaoke night. Well, that's good, right? I still got it. I was afraid y'all wouldn't know what I was singing. April says, April rain, April rain. Amy says. And Linda says, good night, Patty. April says, Amanda, light of my life.
Night, Patty.
April says, LOL. I love you all. I love you all too. And Aaron says, peacock. Flathead, peacock. That feller has a flat head. What is that?
I don't know. It almost looks like a black Spock.
It looks like an alien.
Kind
a
of
flat
does.
head.
I don't know what it is.
Angela says, it was nice being here tonight. I love you all. Sorry I disappeared. Good night. Well, come back and see us, Angela. We love you too, and good night.
Glad you're back, Angela. Good night.
Linda says, good night, Angela. Amy says, don't be a stranger, Angel. And April says, what's up with the peacocks?
Aaron's dancing peacocks, April.
And April says, love you, Angela Hun. Sweet dreams. God bless you all. And Mimi, I can sing it. If you were here, I'd let you. And Kevin says, good night, Angela. Amy says, I'm getting ready to clog out and head home. My feet hurt so bad I can barely walk. Agony of defeat from being indiscreet. Now, I hear you. Well, clog out and go home, put your feet up, and get you a nice hot cup of coffee. Love is a burning thing. It makes a fiery ring. I fell for you like a child. Oh, with the flame went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames got higher. It burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire. The ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child. Oh, when the flame went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, down, down. Flames got higher. It burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire. The ring of fire. It burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire. The ring of fire. The ring of fire. The ring of fire. Ring of fire. There you go. Oh, Amy says 10 minutes or so. Amanda says,
Oh, Amy, be safe and rest.
April says, all the line, Jackson love them all. All the line, Jackson love them all. I don't know what you're talking about. Debbie says, I Walk the Line. Oh, I Walk the Line. Was a pretty good movie, too. It was. Very good. April says, be safe, Amy. And yes, it was, Debbie. I was just playing. Well, you got it. Oh, yeah. Amy says, praying for Jake's vocal cords. Thank you. I need that. Please do. Kevin says, Simple Man. I played it. April says, it's working, Amy. I don't know if it is, but we're getting there, though. Amanda says, he already did it, Kevin. And Kevin says, darn. Must have been when I was getting dinner. Well, you can go back and watch it. It's my own little version of it. So you get you get my version of it and you get the song you like. So April says, nice. And yes, much love. And Amy says, what did you get for dinner, Kevin? Yeah, what was for dinner? Debbie says, Amy, he wanted you, but had to settle for something else. Dinner-wise. Amy says, sweet and sour, Debbie? Yummy. And April says, feed Jake just one click. Join, hit the like button, support, share. Much love and hugs. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Please do. I'm working hard for my money, yeah. And I think my chat jumped. Where am I at? Oh, I found it. And then I lost it.
10:55.
Yep. And Debbie says, yes, I think that is what he said, Amy. And Kevin says, I had baked zit, sausage and peppers with stuffed meatballs. What is a baked zit?
Ziti.
Oh, ziti. Okay. Kevin says, meatballs were awesome. That sounds delicious. Amy says, yum. And good night, y'all. I'll be driving while listening. See you Friday night. Amy, drive safe, honey. We love you. See you Friday. And April says, you and me, Kevin, and I'm not far behind you either. It's already 11:06. Kevin says, good night, Amy. And Amanda says,
Night. Drive safe, Amy.
and Debbie says, Amy will be drinking while laughing. Or diddling while lumbering. April says, ℂ𝕚𝕝𝕝𝕝𝕝𝕝. Kevin says, well, folks, I'm going to have to say good night also. We'll go back and listen to that song first. But good night, and we love you, sir. Thank you very much. Kevin says, good night, everyone.
Night,
good night,
Kevin.
my friend.
Night, Kevin.
April says, good night, Kevin. Love. God bless. Hearts and prayers. And Linda says, good night, Kevin. And April says, LOL. Oh, good Lord. Ha, ha, ha. Bleh. Debbie says, I still got it, too. I just forgot where I put it. Oh, yeah. Right? And April says, oh, yeah. Bravo. Typo. Party time. Ring of fire. Hemorrhoids. Says Amy. Yes. Or syphilis. I mean, he is diddling a child in that song. Listen to the lyrics. The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you because you're a child. Mm-hmm. Oh, and the flame went wild because I got syphilis. April says, well, good night. Much love and hugs. Sweet dreams. God bless everybody. Good night, sweetheart. Sleep tight wherever you are. Amanda says,
Nighters all. See you Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Untethered Live for Chill Stream.
yeah. And
Much love, y'all.
Linda says, good night to all. Love you all. Linda, I love you too. Please tell me what your exciting news is. I'm excited to find out. Amanda says, good night, Linda. And that's it. That's the bottom of the chat. I love you all. Fiercely, I do. And April hits me with a $9.99 super chat. Thank you, April. God bless you, sweetheart. Thank you very much. That'll go right there on the list. I love y'all. Thank you so much for putting up with my caterwauling and trying to sing. I felt like it tonight, so I'm glad that's the first time in months and months and months and months that I've actually felt like singing. And Debbie says, OMG, Jake, I thought he fell in love with June when she was a child on the radio. He did. And he did not keep his hands to himself. That's all I'm saying. April says, love you too. And Debbie says, you have ruined that song for me, ℂ𝕚𝕝𝕝𝕝. Well, I mean, the rock and rollers in those days, Elvis dated a 14-year-old. Jerry Lee Lewis dated a 13-year-old who was his cousin. Johnny Cash was no different. It's just the way it was in those days. Aerosmith, Steven Tyler had a 14-year-old live in. The list goes on. Apparently 14 was hot in those days.
Must have been.
Must have been. I don't know anything about that personally, no. April says, ha ha ha, Debbie. All right. God bless you all. Have a great night, and I'll see you Friday. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I enjoyed myself immensely. Thank you to the super chatters and donators. I appreciate you very much. I love you all true. Have a great night, and thanks for watching.
Not yet.